Greetings, people. I come in peace. Ngannou would beat Wilder. What do you think? With recent events, we have seen that Fury isn't what many thought he was, and in my mind, he's been carefully managed for a long time. Let's take into consideration the quality of his wins, particularly against Wilder. Everybody is aware of Wilder's limitations, but is he more limited than we thought? If we do a historical audit, Fury wasn't known as a puncher until he knocked out Wilder. Since then, we've heard that the Crunk style has made him a puncher, yada yada yada. But if we look at the fights before and after the trilogy with Wilder, the mythos doesn't hold up to scrutiny. He couldn't knock out Sefer Safari, he couldn't make a dent in Francesco Pianetta or Otto Wallin. He knocked out Dylan White, which flattered him a bit, but couldn't knock out or knock down Derek Chisora in 3 fights. Then the pinnacle. He couldn't warp Ngannou's frame whatsoever. A novice in his maiden fight, his maiden boxing match. Yet, Wilder was like putty in Fury's hands. This undeniably affirms Wilder's limitations. As we've seen, his punch resistance is appalling. I say that to say this. Wilder and Fury chose each other because they were aware of their limitations, and due to clever marketing and manufactured fights, made to look like the top of their division. It was a lie. They never believed in themselves enough to take on high-risk opponents. Neither of them. And I think most people are attuned to that fact now. So, could Ngannou pull off the double? Could he beat another so-called modern great? Yuck. Just saying that makes me reach. I think he could. Wilder fights at 220. Ngannou came in, I think, 272, it's 275 maybe. That's 272 or 275 of muscle. And he lasted 10 rounds. He did get gassed a little bit, but he kept his shape. He was caught cleanly by Fury and didn't budge. He looked well balanced. He had decent foot speed and ring craft. He held the centre of the ring. These are things Wilder never exhibited. Ngannou, if he lands, which he would cause Wilder a lot of trouble, if not put him out completely. Ngannou also showed good defensive responsibility. Whether he'd be able to take a clean shot from Wilder is yet to be seen, but I have a feeling he'd be able to take more off of Wilder than Wilder could take off of him.
You can dish it out, but you got so that you can't take it no more.
I believe Ngannou's mental toughness, size and strength makes him a formidable opponent for anybody. He's a boxer now. Although he's a novice, he's going to be a nightmare. I think Ngannou would be beaten by finesse, not brawn. You'd have to break him down and take him out. And Wilder isn't skillful enough, I believe. Just imagine what Ngannou would do to Wilder in a clinch. If he was exhausted wrestling with Fury, what's he going to be like with Ngannou? Put that all together with the fact that Wilder hasn't been in the ring for over a year, and last time out it was only for 1 round, and the year before that he was knocked out by Fury. That means he's fought 1 round in 2 years. That doesn't bode well for him. Inactivity is no joke. Still, anything can happen. I think it's a fascinating matchup. Wilder could do what he's expected to do as a ex-WBC champion with 46 fights under his belt, but if you've been carefully stage managed, it will come out in a wash. I think people now are looking at the heavyweight division with fresh eyes, re-evaluating, looking back and taking stock. I believe Wilder was instrumental. He was responsible for making Fury look like a titan. It would be fascinating to see Ngannou go on a rampage through some of these padded champions. Anyway, thanks for listening. And remember, choose life.
Well, I guess that's about all.